Top of the first inning here in Alexandria. Things are about to get underway. First pitch swinging, a foul ball. It's the LSUA Generals against the Southern University Jaguars. The Jaguars, an NCAA Division I school, coming in at 12-15, a conference record of 4-5 in the SWAC. George gets the bunt down and out at first. Second baseman, number 5, Alyssa Castaneda. And that will bring up Castaneda. Hitting .283 on the season. The first pitch from Primrose to her is high. For the Jaguars, George, Castaneda, Mark, Burton, Suhai, Miracle Tilford, Wallace, Shell. And that one's called the ball. For the Generals defensively, Howell at first, Sistrunk at second. That is on the ground and foul. Just foul. At third, it's Quackernack. The shortstop is Swallow, left to right. It's Lightfoot, Dunbar, and Moody behind the plate. Baker and Haley Primrose in the circle. On the ground, through the left side for a single. First baseman, number 12, Alana Mark. So Mark will stand in. 1 out and 1 on. And it misses just outside. Primrose, a 1.95 ERA, record of 17-2 over 16 starts. She's recorded 14 complete games, 4 shutouts, and has recorded 3 saves on the season. Mark leading the offense for the Jaguars, hitting .338, swing and a miss. Runner going, nobody covering. That'll be a stolen base for Mark, or for Castaneda. And a 1-2 count for Mark at the plate. On the ground, diving Sistrunk knocks it down. Coming in to score is Castaneda. And she advances on the throwing error. The pitcher 0-0, Ariel Burton. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Burton hitting .267 on the year as Primrose misses outside. It's a 1-1 count to the Jaguars pitcher. Bumped over for a called strike. 2-2 the count. Generals coming off a 6-0 week as that's fouled away. Took 2 at Xavier, and then we're at home for a pair of doubleheader sweeps against Houston Victoria and Houston Tillotson on Saturday and Sunday. Here's the 2-2. Primrose into third. That is a live ball. So it's a stolen base for Mark. And the count's going to be 3-2. In the air, just over Howell at first. It'll be down the first base line. And it's a 2-0 ball game. The right fielder, number 11, Andy Suhai. The Jaguars with some early offense here. And that one, just a little Texas leaguer over Howell at first. That one pops out of the glove of Baker. And it'll be scored as a pass ball. One's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's 2-1. Line to third. Quackernack the grab. That'll be out number 2. Burton's going to stay at second. That'll bring up Tilford. The catcher, number 97, Kira Miracle Tilford. First pitch is high, 1-0. Primrose winds and delivers. That one settles in over the outer half. A 1 ball, 1 strike count. On the Jaguars catcher. Squares around a bunt, gets it down just in front of the batter's box. Baker's throw, not going to be picked. Coming around from third now. Burton, and at second, they've got Tilford. So it'll be 3 runs in on the inning. And we'll be back with the bottom half after this. Caitlin Dunbar leads off at the bottom of the first. Jaguars 3 runs in the top half of the first. They had 3 hits, and they were helped along by 2 errors. On the ground is short. Good pick at first by Mark. And that is out number 1. The right fielder, number 60, Kylie Moody. It's Burton in the circle, and this is just the second start she's made on the season, and her first start. That one is low. Oh, excuse me. It is Roldan in the circle. In the air. And caught for out number 2. Catcher number 38, Maddie Baker. So Baker stands in. And that one is caught for out number 3. The Generals go down in order. Top 2 coming up. So Wallace will lead things off in the top of the second inning against Haley Primrose. First pitch swinging into right, and Moody is there for round number 1. The left fielder, number 8, Callie Shell. Shell leads things, or excuse me, with 1 out. She stands in. First plate appearance for her, and that is low. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Good action on that one from Primrose. Here's the 2-1, squaring around, pulling back, and it just missed. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here to Shell. Roldan on deck. Swing and a miss. Went upstairs on her and got her to chase. Fouls that one away. A payoff pitch now. Ball 4 up high. Number 99, Miranda Roldan. One out. Jaguars have a runner aboard. So Roldan looking to help herself here. First pitch is outside. Baker pops up quickly, but it's 2-0. Shell feinted a little bit like she might try for second. Off the handle. And it's a 2-1 count. Three and one. Primrose falling behind in these early counts here. Back to the top of the order for George. 3-1, lifted, right side, foul territory. Howell's got it. For out number 2. Center fielder number 3, Asia George. First pitch is outside. Baker, a nice job trying to frame it. The 1-0. Skipped in, runner going, sliding. And a stolen base for Shell. Got a really good read on that pitch low. 2 balls, no strikes to the Jaguars center fielder. And for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, just a reminder, I am doing play-by-play and public address alongside a myriad of other duties in the press box. But you do get both. 2-1 count from Primrose. 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors defensively for the Jaguars. Right on top of the press box. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 2s across the top of the scoreboard. The deuce from Primrose. Shell got a little aggressive there. Sistrunk moving over to cover the bag. Baker thought better of heaving a throw down. So the count's full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Popped up, right side, Sistrunk. She'll have it for out number 3. That will do it for the inning. We'll take a timeout. Bottom 2 coming up after this. Bottom of the second inning. Roldan set to get things going. And she will face Yulia Quackernack. 10 home runs on the season for Quack, putting her 7th in the NAIA. Generals trailing 3-0 here. And the first pitch over for a called strike. Foul. Down the right field line. 0-2 to Quack. Primrose is on deck. And we're going to change out the ball here. I don't know if Roldan didn't like that one or umpire wanted to get a look at it. But either way, new ball in play. 0-2 count. He took an outside pitch up the middle for a single. The pitcher, number 7, Haley Primrose. Here's Prim. Looking to help herself out as her side trails by 3. Time called. That one's low. Primrose pulling double duty. Right side. Castaneda is there for out number 1. The first baseman, number 19, Jillian Howell. So with one away, here's Howell. Hitting .311 on the season. Takes the first pitch for a ball. It's a 1-0 count. Roldan winds and delivers. That one misses as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 fouled away. Swing and a miss. Howell at a 2-2 count. In a center. Catch is made. And that'll be out number 2. The left fielder, number 32, Camille Lightfoot. Lightfoot, a freshman. .333. And that's going to be a catch. What a play in right, diving by Suhai to make that grab. And that will end the inning. The Generals leave one stranded as we head to the top of the 3rd. So Castaneda will lead things off against Primrose. She's 1 for 1 on the day. Hits this one to left. Lightfoot is there for out number 1. First baseman number 12, Alana Mark. Mark will stand in. Swinging first pitch as well. Hits this one left side. Swallow going back. And she makes the grab for out number 2. Double zero, Ariel Burton. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Primrose here in the third. And almost had a 3 for 3. Burton fouls that one off. Oh, and 2. A lot of zeros up on the board if Burton were to lead out with the double zero in the at-bat sign. Here's the 0-2. Line foul. 3 straight foul balls from Burton. And it's in the dirt. Good waste pitch there. The 1-2. Just high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Primrose thought she might have had strike 3. Two. On the ground, Swallow gobbles it up over to first. The Jaguars go down 1-2-3. It'll be Sistrunk, Swallow, and Dunbar due up. So Gabrielle Parr comes in right field for the Jaguars as Molly Sistrunk leads off. She fouls off the first pitch. She sees it's an 0-1 count. One hit in the game for the Generals so far, 3 for the Jaguars. They scored 3 runs. The Generals had 2 errors in that first inning. Sistrunk fouls another one out of play. It is a very overcast day here in Alexandria. Wind blowing a little bit out to left field. But the weather is much better than it has been the past few days. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Roldan wanted that one. Here's the 1 ball, 2-strike offering. Extended the zone a little bit too far. It's 2-2. Left side, foul territory, over into the Generals' dugout. And Haley Fontenot ducking for cover. It stays at 2-2. Up high, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full on Sistrunk. Three-two off the elbow. Shortstop, number 4, Alyssa Swallow. Here's Swallow. Swallow, a freshman from New Iberia, hitting .429 on the year. Swinging first pitch. It's lifted down the right field line and fair. The catch made by Parr for out number 1. Back to the top of the order. Center fielder number 15, Caitlin Dunbar. Brings Dunbar to the dish. 0 for 1. First pitch, a called strike. Found the outside corner. Don's lived out there through the first 2 1/3. The only hit she gave up was on the outer half to Quackernack. Swing and a miss. Came back inside on that one. 0-2 to Dunbar. The Generals riding a 17-game winning streak. Second longest in the NAIA at this moment. 0-2. Dunbar got a piece of it. Keeps the count alive. We'll try another 0-2 offering. Further outside. Try to get her to extend. It's 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Don checks the sign and delivers. Fouled away. Yeah, looks like J.C. O'Connor is going to go track that foul ball down. Can't be giving away souvenirs here. Here's the 2-2. Fouled away again. Back-to-back foul balls from Dunbar now. Two. Down the right field line and out of play. 9 pitch at bats so far for Dunbar. Two. Another foul ball. This will be pitch number 10. Fouled out of play, into the double digits now. Umpires gonna need some more softballs as Dunbar has put them all out of play. Five straight fouled off pitches. And that was after being down 0-2 and fouling off the first 0-2. The 2-2 on the ground, a second. The tag for 1, got her for 2. Twin killing. The Jaguars get out of the third. It's still 3-0 Southern when we return. So Parr leads off in the top of the fourth inning. Came on defensively last half inning and takes a first pitch strike from Primrose. On the ground, foul, 0-2. High out of the ball game for now. Parr is in, and it's upstairs. The 1-2 to Parr. Fouled away. Parr, a bit of a slap hitter. See her get those feet moving as the pitch nears her. The 1-2. Slapped on the ground at third. Fair territory, Quack. The throw. Got her. Catcher number 97, Kira Miracle Tilford. Here's Miracle Tilford. First pitch over for a called strike. Primrose, 58 pitches, 34 strikes so far, 35 strikes. In the air to center. Dunbar camps under it, and she has it for out number 2. Shortstop number 2, Ava Wallace. First pitch to Wallace. Over for a called strike. Puts the second one out of play. It moves to 0-2. Way upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss right through it. Primrose gets the K. It'll be Moody, Baker, and Quackernack due up when we return. Here's Kylie Moody. Get things going in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And it's outside for ball 1. On the ground at third. Bobbled by Otley. The throw's gonna get away. So Moody is on. Catcher number 38, Maddie Baker. First error for the Jaguars. And upstairs. One-0 count on Baker. Baker having a very good season. Coming into today, hitting .409. This is in a left, and it's going to get down. This couple steps in from Shell. And that will go down as a single. Third baseman number 18, Yulia Quackernack. Yeah, that's going to bring everybody to the circle here. Shell just got a bad read on it. Took a couple steps in first and couldn't recover in time. So it is the Generals' second hit of the ball game. Quack will stand in. 1 for 1 on the day, so her average of 469 coming in, probably now up to 470, 471. Having a monster first season for the Generals. And Roldan staying away from her there, 1-0. And of course, Quackernack did take an outside half of the plate pitch back up the middle for a single. And another one outside. Might be content here to give her nothing to hit, but then again, you do have the fairly dangerous Haley Primrose on deck. And you're in a hitter's count here, 2-0 for Quackernack. Make it 3-0, looking more and more like the old unintentional intentional pass. And it might as well have been 4 well off the plate. Everybody advances. And we'll bring up Primrose. The pitcher number 7, Haley Primrose. Well, they're not going to let Quackernack beat them, so with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Primrose will get a chance with the bases loaded. The infield pulled in. The corners are in. The middle infield playing about halfway. First pitch to Primrose over the outside corner, 0-1. Trent Partridge doesn't like that one. Here is the 0-1. It's a ball inside. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs in the bottom of the 4th. Generals looking for their first run. Swing and a miss. Gets her to chase on that one. I think Primrose might have been looking for a different pitch than what was coming. First out would be a big one. Not going to be there. It runs up and in. That's where I had a coach in high school who would have yelled, "Wear it," from the dugout. You're down in the count. You got 2 strikes already. Go ahead and take that one in the rib cage and move everybody up. Here's the 2-2 to Primrose. Outside, ball 3. Bases loaded. Nobody out in the inning. Roldan, the payoff pitch. In the air, struck well. Going back is George. She will jump at the fence, and it's going to be down. 1 run's going to score. Baker's coming around. She will score. It is a 2-run single for Primrose. First baseman number 19, Jillian Howell. First pitch to Howell. Called a strike. Roldan trying to battle back. Still got a 1-run lead. Pops this one up. It will be down safely for a strike. It's like Tilford got a bad look at it. The 0-2. Misses down. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Howell. Still nobody out. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Generals. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Jaguars. One, 2, chop foul. We'll reset and try it again. This inning started with the error over at third. Allowed Moody to reach. Baker singled to left. Quack drew a 4-pitch walk. And then Primrose just missed, hitting a grand slam to right center. If she pulls that ball a little bit more, it might get up and out of there. Just hit it to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. The deuce, fouled away. Do it in Spanish? We did that in French, too. I can count to like 10 in French. Bailey Tillotson's not amused or impressed. Over to my left. Here's the 2-2. Outside, counts full. Hold on. Fighting through this inning. Payoff pitch. Pops straight up. And no, it's not going to be made. It'll land for a harmless foul. I don't think she found that ball very quickly, right up against Jillian Howell there. We're not going to give her a drop foul error. That one's off the brick. I want to take a look at that one. Nope, we'll play on. That's a really tough play for a catcher there. By far what I was worst at when I was back behind the plate was finding that ball after it had been fouled straight up. There was a game where it got fouled up almost right on the apex of the plate, and I looked up and thought it had gone down the first baseline, so that's where I took off, and my pitcher had to come jogging in to home plate as Howell lifts this one. Foul territory. A nice catch there by Wallace, moving over for the inning's first out. The left fielder, number 32, Camille Lightfoot. So with one out, that'll bring up Lightfoot, the double play in order. The Jaguars would love to roll one here and get out of this inning without any more damage being done. It's outside. Here's the 1-0. That one misses. 2-0 count on Lightfoot. Swing and a miss. Elevated it on her. Two 1 to Lightfoot. Popped up. And it'll land harmlessly behind home plate. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lightfoot. Again, having a very good year for a freshman. Hitting upwards of 300 on the season. Time called. Lightfoot will step out. Now the 2-2. Outside. Count is full. The Generals have really worked the strike zone and the pitch count of Roldan here in this inning. They have made it uncomfortable for her. The 3-2. Soft liner. And somebody's going to be out, and it's going to be Quackernack. Second baseman, number 25, Molly Sistrunk. Yeah, Quackernack just couldn't pick a direction to go, so it's runners on first and second with 2 outs. Sistrunk swinging first pitch on the ground. Wallace flips the easy way to second, and that is out number 3. But the Generals do score a pair of runs on the inning on 2 hits, helped along by 1 error. It'll be Shell, Roldan, and George due up. Callie Shell will lead things off in the top of the 5th inning. Misses for a ball to start things out. Bunt is down and foul. It's over for a strike. 1-2 the count. And gets her swinging for out number 1. And there's going to be a change. Now hitting number 1, Elani Otley. So Otley will come into the lineup here. And hit for Roldan. First pitch, foul. So 0-1 count on Otley. Hitting .088 on the season. Takes that one for a strike, 0-2. Quack to first. That retires Otley. And it's back to the top of the order. Center fielder number 3, Asia George. George is 0 for 2. And it's upstairs 1-0. That is into left. Light foot, drifting back. She's got it. And that will end the inning. Bottom of the fifth, it's 3-2 when we return. So in the bottom of the fifth, Alyssa Swallow will get things going for the Generals. Roldan back in the circle. And Otley over third. Still par in right. First pitch, a called strike, and the inning underway. The Generals two runs in their last inning on a pair of hits, helped along by one error. They are now just trailing by one. Swallow fouled that one out of play. On the ground, a second. Now retires Swallow. And it's back to the top of the order for Caitlin Dunbar. The center fielder, number 15, Caitlin Dunbar. Settles that one nicely into the bottom of the strike zone, 0-1. And time called. A little bit of miscommunication, maybe looks like a watch has malfunctioned. So Mark has given her watch to the catcher, Tilford, and get things back underway here. Everybody moving away from the old-fashioned hand signals between the legs from the catcher to electronic systems over these last couple years as Dunbar fouls that one out of play. It's an 0-2 count on the General center fielder. The 0-2. Swing and a miss down in the dirt. Dunbar will be retired with the throw over to first, and there are two away in the inning. The right fielder, number 60, Kylie Moody. Moody 0 for 2 so far. Call the strike, 0-1. Roldan still living on the outer half of the plate. Only comes inside, I think, as just a reminder to the Generals that she can throw there when she wants to, but she's been living on the outer half. That one stayed up, and Moody roped it foul. Oh, and 2 on Moody. Upstairs, 1 and 2. And fouls that one off of her. Oh, she'll stay in the box. Generals are on the road. Well, they were on the road on Friday against Texas College, and that has now been moved to Monday. Here's the 1-2 to Moody. It's outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think the Generals are then back at home against Xavier on Tuesday. The 2-2. Foul territory, right side of the plate, and Miracle Tilford's got it. For out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 6th, where it's Castaneda, Mark, and Burton due up. So to lead off the inning, it'll be Castaneda here in the top of the 6th. Primrose back out for the Generals. 72 pitches, make it 73 as Castaneda gets the bunt down. Here's the throw, got her. First baseman number 12, Alana Mark. So here's Mark. And that one's outside. 1 for 2 with an RBI for Mark so far. And it's fouled away 1-1. Two and one. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. And that will be ball 4 just off the corner. It'll bring up Burton. 0-0, Ariel Burton. With 1 down, Jaguars have a base runner. Just 3 hits aside. 5 plus. Fisted foul. One got in on the hands, able to find it off. Call the strike. 1-2 the count. Two and two. You're going to have a runner over at first, it looks like. I think he said 15. 16. Must have been 16. It's 16. Running at first, number 16, Catiana Maldonado. So Maldonado will run it first. And that one is hit to Swallow. Got her on a double play. What a play by the little one. And that ends the inning. The Generals get a nice play from their freshman. Bottom of the sixth coming up. So the number of outs for the Generals to tie and take the lead dwindling. As we're in the bottom of the sixth, it's a 3-2 ball game. And that one's called a strike, much to Baker's chagrin. Didn't like that call, but it's 0-1. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. 3-2 ball game. It's Baker, Quackernack, and Primrose due up on the ground through the left side. Baker with her second hit of the ball game. Nushla, nummer 18, Julia Quackernack. And a runner at first for the Generals. Running at first, number 12, Hannah Jackson. So the Generals will put a pinch runner in here. Jackson's going to run it first. Quack fouls off the first pitch. And it's 0-1. Going for a little more speed on the base path over at first. And it's outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Went after the high stuff where Grandma keeps the cookies on the top shelf. One, two, that just misses. Roldan wanted that one. Here's the 2-2, fouled right back at the screen. It's a 1-1 count on, Quackernack is 1 for 1 with a walk on the day. Took a pitch from the outer half of the plate up the middle in her first at-bat, and then got the old intentional in her second plate appearance. Here's the 2-2, soft liner behind the bag. It's short, a great play, and they're going to double up Jackson. That is a wonderful play by Wallace, and there are 2 down. Pitcher number 7, Haley Primrose. That is really going to hit the Generals' ability to produce a run now. Primrose going to have to help herself as she did a few innings ago in the bottom of the 4th. Had a 2-run single, and time called as Trent Partridge is going to come talk to Primrose. And it's outside 2-0. Outside corner 2-1. On the ground to third, stabbed by Otley. Over to first, the Generals are retired. It'll be Parr, Tilford, and Wallace due up when we come back in the top of the 7th. So Gabrielle Parr will lead things off. At the top of the 7th, a little swinging bunt there, and she has plenty of speed to motor down the baseline. Mark that a single to the catcher. Catcher number 97, Kira Miracle Tilford. Nobody out and a runner on first. Squaring around, gets the bunt, it's foul. Pushed it just a little too hard. Tilford 0 for 2 in the ball game. Hit and run is on, and it's fouled away 0-2. Jaguars playing for a little bit of an insurance run here. Home plate umpire going the long way to get back. It's 0-1 the count. Lined right back up the middle, a single. Oh, okay. I see it now. Pinch hitting number 19, Jaslyn Frazier. So it's a 1-1 count with one out here. As hitting for Wallace is Frazier. And here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got her for out number 2. Left fielder Ray Kelly Shell. One and 0 to Shell. Fouled right back at us. Runner going. Here's the throw. Got her. Mile and a half on the catch and throw for the strikeout. That'll be out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th when we return. So in the bottom of the 7th, Jillian Howell will lead things off as the Jaguars play fine to watch for the catcher. She's got one now, so we're all good to go. Thought about going after the first offering, but held off. It's 1-0. Laced foul. Diving grab by Otley at third. One and one the count. Roldan delivers. Outside corner. 1-2. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Southern. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for LSUA. And it really was the 2 errors in the first that hurt the Generals the most. Fouls that one off. Another fouled. Back off the netting. Howell, Lightfoot, and Sistrunk are the expected batters for the Generals. Here's the 1-2. Line to left, that's gonna be down. Shell, the throw into second, the tag, the slide. Howell's in there. The left fielder, number 32, Camille Lightfoot. Looks like the Generals are going to have a pinch runner. Now running at second, number 9, J.C. O'Connor. So a pinch runner. For Howell. It'll be O'Connor. And this is a big-time moment for the freshman Lightfoot. Tying run on second. Oh, this is an opportunity for Lightfoot that could solidify some things for her. And time call. She'll step out. Trying to get Roldan off the rhythm. First pitch is fouled away. It's Sistrunk and then another freshman in Alyssa Swallow, who is currently in the hole. So the youngster's going to have to get some things done in this inning. 0-1 fouled away. 0-2 Lightfoot down in the count. Trent Partridge offering some words of encouragement from the third base coach's box. 5 hits apiece. Here's the 0-2 to Lightfoot. Got her looking for out number 1. Catches the inside corner. Second base, number 25, Molly Sistrunk. So 1 out in the inning. Sistrunk. First pitch from Roldan. Misses low. Hold on, one of those pitchers that you had your opportunity to make some noise off of her. And now she's settled in. Gonna have to unsettle her here to make something happen. And Sistrunk working the count. 2-0 hitters count to Sistrunk. In for a called strike, 2-1. That's good come from behind work right there. Just take one. Just take till you get a strike. Make the pitcher work. It's a 2-1 count. Sistrunk from Roldan. That one misses. You could see the small shrug from Roldan there. She really wanted that 2-1 count, but instead it's 3-1, and now Brittany Williams has called a timeout, and she's going to go out and have a chat with her pitcher. Alyssa Swallow is on deck for the Generals. Now Jesse Watts has gone out as well to talk to the infield. This is a big pitch coming. Although all things considered, this is the 8-hitter. The 9-hitter is Swallow, a freshman. So if you walk Sistrunk, you do put the double play back in order. Three and 1 count to Sistrunk. On the ground, off the fist. Over to third is O'Connor. The shortstop, number 4, Alyssa Swallow. And that brings up Swallow in a huge at-bat. The tying run is at third with 2 outs. They don't make moments much bigger than this. An 0-1 count on Swallow. As I rummage through the printer here to try to find the cord. This is popped up, left side of the infield. That'll be the ball game. The Jaguars hang on for a 3-2 victory in game number 1. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with game number 2 coming up.